In this video guide, we're going to see how we can use corner pins and how we can cut out with the mask a part of a video or image to do photo montage or video montage in Premiere Pro. So I'm going to open up Premiere Pro right here with the project that I already created. And there you go. So this is an example of what we're going to do. And I'm going to switch to Essential interface here. Now, if you are interested in Premiere Pro, you don't know the basics, you can check the video course in the channel. So you can see this is an example of a video inside a video with a video montage effect. And also I created another one here, which is with another device, like a mobile phone. And you can see this is like a static sequence, but so this is an image, and then I put a video inside the image. But you can also like animate a little bit the image to make it look like it's a really like slow motion video, or like some video clip moving really slow. So let's get started, and let's first get the assets that we need. You may have it already, but I got it from our website. So I got this video from Pexels, and this is the author right here. You can follow, you can donate, you can like, etc., etc. And I like this because it has like pins, and we're gonna talk about like something similar, like corner pins, and it's virtual in this case, but this is kind of in the topic. So I downloaded this full HD. You can click on these green buttons here and download it. It's really easy. So go into Pexels and I look for pins, and I found this one here on the first results. And also I downloaded this one here. Again, this is the order. You can follow, donate, etc. And this is a simple image. So this is the format that I downloaded. And last one is in another video with the tablet in this case. So if I press play, you can see this is not a static footage. It's a little bit moving, not too much, but this is just fine for the examples we're going to make. So let's get back here into Premiere Pro. So first thing first, I want to show you the image because of course using images is easier, so it's better to start off with some simple things. So I'm going to create a new sequence, and this is going to be 25 frames per second HD. Again, if you find problems with this, you should check the course because these are really simple steps. So I'm gonna go pretty quick with this. So I opened up now the sequence in here, so I can drag and drop the original photo, the original picture, which is this one here. And this will last 5 seconds. I can, make this even longer if I want, but in this case I don't need. So this is going to be a 5-second static image. Now let's put the video on top. So I'm gonna get the video and put it in here. By the way, to import, if you don't know, right click import, navigate into the folder where you downloaded it, and then just open. So select the ones you want to import and open them. So again, these are really simple steps. You should know how to do these things. So the first thing we can do here is to make the image a little bit smaller. So if I double click and scale it down, so I can make it fit more or less in that. So you can see that the line in there is a line, but the one on the bottom is not a line because this is not perfectly frontal. This is a little bit in perspective, so we cannot do it with the standard transform like rotate, move, and scale. So we need corner pins for this. We need to pin the angles, the corners, to the corners of the smartphone screen. So to do this, we go in the effects panel. Let's go to Windows and effects, and we're gonna go, you can just look for corner, and there you go. This is the corner pin in the video effects distort folder. Click and drag it, drop it in here. So we don't need all the footage here. We can make this a little bit smaller. There you go. So now the effect it's applied, but we cannot really see it. So if I go in the effects control panel Again, if you don't see it, you go to Window and Effects Control. And so we can start cornering. So I can click this and make it point in this exact position. Now, if you want to be more precise, you can zoom a lot until you see the pixels. You can be really, really precise, aiming in the correct position. So I'm using the scroll wheel to zoom and try to make this as precise as possible. And of course, I can fix it also later on. But this is the way we can actually see in perspective. And the last one is going to be that one. And that's it. So this will be it, more or less, if we have no fingers. But sometimes with these images or videos, you have something that is on the front. So you need to cut that off. You need to create a cutout with a mask in order to see this properly. And you can also adjust the corner pin from here, by the way, from the parameters that you find in the effects control panel. So if you can adjust it if you think you did something slightly wrong. So this is each single corner pin, and you can go one by one and fix it, slowly and nicely. And when you think you're ready, you can proceed to the next step. So to create a mask, in my experience, if I create a mask right away from here, from the opacity, that's not gonna work. I don't know why. Probably there is kind of a problem for the two effects together. So what I come out, a solution that I found is to create a nested sequence. So if I right click on the clip and go to the make, nest. So if I nest this into like the video inside phone, okay, so now I have a sequence. So I can work with this sequence like if it was another element. So if I click on the sequence, now I cannot see the corner pins because they are inside the clip, inside the sequence. So I'm just gonna go in the opacity and use the mask tool or the draw Bezier mask. So this again is explained better in the course. But if we go here, we can start to mask out parts. You can see it. Well, let's drop down the opacity a little bit. Sorry, not the mask opacity, but the overall opacity. So we can actually see where we are placing the vertices for this Bezier curve. Now you can also click and drag to make a curve, but it's enough if you go like little by little and just click here around the fingers. This is going to be faster. It's not so precise. You can take more time, of course, but I'm going quick to show you the end of this. So there you go. And here there are like a little roundness, a rounded corner in there, but we can then fix it, try to make it as precise as we can, but depends on how much time you have. So from a distance, this will look probably okay. So I increase again the opacity, and then I have the final fixing. You can see we have some lines. These are due to the cutout. So if I double click again on this layer, on this sequence, I can try to adjust a little bit the feather and the mask expansion. So let's make this like 5 or 4 pixels more bigger than it actually is, depending on the size of the video. There you go. We fixed it a little bit. Maybe you can adjust it even more with a little bit more feather. Or we can also do it if we select the mask. We can also do it in here by clicking and dragging this. So it also gives like a glowing, kind of a glowing effect, and it's gonna blend a little bit more. Now this one here, it's a little bit too much not precise, so I'm gonna go on the mask part and adjust it. So you can do this, as much time as you want, but you get the idea. So if I press play now, the video is showing pretty fine inside the phone. And what if I want to simulate an animation? What if I want to simulate like a video? So with this static image. Now I take both of the clips here, the tracks, so the sequence and the image. right click, and again create another nested sequence. And let's call this master, because this is going to be like the last one. There you go. So this is all together now, and I can double click. I can perhaps scale it a little bit more, so I have some, extra part where I can move. And now I'm just going to go into motion and start to key the animation here. So I can move this. Let's double click. I can move this like a little bit here, and so you can see it start moving slowly. And also you can fix here the spatial interpolation. You can make this Bezier instead of corner, and in the temporal interpolation you can do the ease out, ease in features, so that it's going to be like more natural movement. And again, this is all explained in the course. So now back in the project panel, I will open up this other sequence here. And this is going to be a little more complex because we have a moving video. So the the issue here is that your masked element, which is again the same video. So if I double click here, you can see the video. You can see that it has been masked. I didn't use the corner pins here because this is kind of frontal. So this is easier in that way. So you don't need to create like nested sequences or anything because this is pretty simple. So you just need to apply a mask. And yeah, you can also distort it with corner pins if you want to be more precise, but there's no need here. We can get a nice effect already. Now the problem is that the image is moving and it's kind of trembling. So we can use the stabilizer, for example, to make this more stable, or we can use the reframe, which are explained in another video guide. So if you want to check them out, you can see the other video guide in the playlist, in the Premiere Pro playlist. And so in this case, all I need to do is just move together with the tablet device. And what I've done here is just moved the mask around. So you can move the mask manually. For example, here, I've already activated the animation in the position, so I can just move this there, and that's gonna just follow the movement of the device in the shot. So you need to go like little by little and fix this every time that it moves. There you go. But it's a kind of long process. Now, depending on how complex is the moving object in the shot, this is going to be easy or really hard and really long or not. So depends on a lot of factors. So this is one way. You can also track. This is another feature, again explained in another video. So if you go here in the mask, you can go and automatically track the movement in order for the mask to be always in place. And you can see it's kind of moving together, but probably we need to make a better job here also in masking. And you can also adjust that automatic tracking to make it match even more. So at the end, if you play and everything looks fine, you did a good job. Sometimes you need to take some time to do this properly. And also here, by the way, I've applied not the standard opacity, but I've applied a blend mode, like darker colors, to make the text that was with the original footage there. So I just changed the blend mode into darken so I can see both. This is just playing around then with the various tools that are explained in the Premiere video course. So this will be all for this video guide, but if you're interested, there is an entire video course, more video guides. You can subscribe and stay updated, and you can also join and support us and thank us in this way. So thank you and see you in the next video.